Maresfield is a village and civil parish in the Wealden district of East Sussex, England. The village itself lies 1.5 miles north from Uckfield. The nearby villages of Nutley and Fairwarp, and the smaller settlements of Duddleswellan, Horney Common, and parts of Ashdown Forest all lie within Maresfield parish. History. The name of the village derives from the Old English word for marsh or pool. Iron has also played an important role in the history of the area, during the time when the Wealden iron industry was flourishing. Within 2 miles of Maresfield Church in the 16th century were 5 iron furnaces: Oldlands, Hendal, Old Forge, Lower Marshalls and Maresfield. The Levitt family owned and worked Oldlands, and it probably controlled Hendal as well, before it passed into the hands of Ralph Hogger, who formerly worked for the Levitt family. Among families long resident in the Maresfield area with historic ties to the old iron industry were the families of Levitt, Pope and Challoner, who had intermarried. William Levitt of Buxted, a vicar who was a prime mover behind the iron industry in the Weald, had ties to the Maresfield area during his tenure as an ironmaster and supplier of armaments to Henry VIII. Eventually the vicar's former servant Ralph Hogger, who had become a major ironmaster after Levitt's death, operated 4 furnaces and 1 or more forges within a couple of miles of Maresfield Church. The village has expanded in the past 20 years, and 3 substantial housing developments have helped to increase the village population. Maresfield is an old village. Fairwarp and Nutley developed as offshoots from it. There was a Roman settlement, including a bloomery, and later a Norman village grew up around the church. In the 15th and 16th centuries manor until 1926, it was a largely agricultural village. Up to 1914 effectively in the ownership and control of the family in Maresfield Park House. Initially the Shelley family and then Count Alexander Munster of Hanover, Germany. The estate was confiscated in 1914 by the government after the start of World War I, and the park and estate houses were sold off in 1924 as reparation for war damage, the park being broken up into housing plots. In the First World War, a large army camp was developed, and later on parts of the village, at Queen's Drive and the southern part of Parklands, were developed as married quarters for soldiers. Development. There has been considerable recent development. Since approx 1990, substantial developments of the Cabin Cafe, Park Farm and at Forest Park have increased the population of the village by about 1/3 road. New development of 80 dwellings is planned for Park Farm, which will further enlarge the village by about 1/6. Governance. There are 14 members on the Maresfield Parish Council, which has its offices in Nutley. Geography. Maresfield is on the southern edge of Ashdown Forest, which was a deer hunting reserve from the time of King Edward II of England. The site of special scientific interest Rockwood falls within the parish. This woodland is of biological interest, with uncommon mosses and ferns growing alongside the stream which flows through the site. Nutley is a village on the main road north of Maresfield. It has its own church, dedicated to St. James the Less, although the benefice is combined with Maresfield. Fairwarp is a small village directly north of Maresfield. The church is Christ Church. Transport. The parish lies at the junction of 2 main roads, the A22 Eastbourne Road, and the A272 Cross Country Road, the main road being on a bypass to the west of the village. There are 2 local bus services, 31-256, that provide a local connection to surrounding areas. Sport and leisure. Maresfield has a local tennis club, cricket club, bowls club, football club and a gymnastics club, all located in less than 1 mile radius of the Chequers Inn. Maresfield also has its own fishing lake, Underhill Fishing Lake, and is managed by Crowborough and District Anglers Association. Education. Maresfield has its own primary school in Bonner CE Primary School, although some children travel to Manor Primary School in Uckfield. Secondary school children travel into Uckfield Community Technology College. Conservation. The constitution of Maresfield Conservation Group, which is a registered charity, has as its aims the promotion of the conservation, protection and improvement of the physical and natural environment in Maresfield and the surrounding area. Presently the group is involved in a very wide range of projects. Amenities. At the centre of the village is the 17th-century Chequers Inn and Maresfield Church, founded in approx 1100. There is also the Maresfield Recreation Ground, which is home to the Maresfield Cricket Club, established 1756.